Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am going to talk all about bobbins. What are bobbins? What is their role in sewing machine? How to wind them, and then after winding, how to insert these bobbins in your sewing machine so you can continue with your sewing projects. Some of the sewing machine coming with a top loading bobbin, just like mine is. Some brother sewing machines and there are many machines, they're coming with a top loading bobbins. Some of them are coming with a front loading bobbins. We're gonna discuss both of them. So what are bobbins? Bobbins are these little wheel shaped things. These could be of metal, they could be of plastic, and they different type of sewing machine, they come with a different type of bobbins, and always good idea to use a type of bobbin that is instructed in your sewing manual that come with a sewing machine. So you can buy separate universal bobbins as well, but it is always good idea to keep some spare bobbins and always use bobbins that is instructed in your sewing machine. But I personally like these metal bobbins because they carry some weight and they just insert in a sewing machine, and I like them basically. So what is a roll? Now this is our fabric we want to sew. So when we start sewing, there's one thread is coming from the top of our sewing machine. I have loaded my sewing machine with a thread. Machine is threaded. One thread is coming from the top and another thread is coming from this bobbin which I have inserted. So when you start sewing your fabric, then one thread is coming from the top and one is from the bottom. If any one of them is missing, you cannot sew. Now like this, it's just can you see there are two threads? One is coming from the top and one is coming from the bottom. This bottom thread is coming from the bobbin. So you can see. So that is the role of our bobbin. So you know that now how important are they. So this is a side cutter we can use. This is a front and this is a back. So now basically they make a knot together and they help to sew our clothes. So now it is a time to wind our bobbins. How to wind them? Take a thread spool. Different sewing machine have a different type of spool pins. This is called spool pin. I am adding my thread on the spool pin. Some machines they're coming with a standing spool pin. It does not matter. They all work in the same way. Now thread is here, and machines they come with a little diagram where they show you step 1, 2 and 3, like where the thread direction is coming and going. So thread is in my machine, thread is coming, this is thread here, and number 1, this is called tension disc, and this is a little click, thread comes in and you can feel a little tension. When you move the thread across, you can see spool is moving, and now I have some extra thread. So what I'm going to do, I am going to wind it in my bobbin. So you can use any bobbin, whatever is coming with the machine. I have this one at the moment ready, available for me for this video purpose. So I'm winding little thread by hand, twisting it, and now you see the direction, thread is away from you. So this is not toward your side because normally they twist across this. So now this is a bobbin holder. So when you place a bobbin on your bobbin holder, you can see a little click, and then you can push this bobbin holder toward your right like this, and now your machine is ready for winding bobbin. Now use your foot pedal to keep pressing and winding your bobbin. So keep pressing your foot pedal and keep winding your bobbin. When your bobbin is full, it will stop automatically. or you can stop in the way, or how much thread you want in your bobbin for your project. You can just stop, simply stop pressing the foot pedal, it will stop. Some machines have the option to fast winding or slow winding. Is a slow winding on my left and right side is a fast winding. If your sewing machine has not this option, still fine, you can just keep pressing your foot pedal and keep winding your bobbin. So when you are happy with the amount of thread in your bobbin, so you can stop and then simply push this bobbin holder towards your left side and then push this bobbin up like this, and now your bobbin is ready to insert in your sewing machine. Cut this thread and we are going to insert it in our sewing machine. Now your bobbin is ready and filled with a thread. It is a time to insert a bobbin. So if you have a top loading sewing machine, this is, I'm going to tell you first and then I will show you the front loading one. Make sure your presser foot is up, and then you open a lid. This is a small knob here, you press it, it comes out. Open a lid. As you can see in this sewing machine, this is a place for our bobbin to go in. And simply I will drop my bobbin in, and there is a little notch, we can say here is a little notch, so where the thread will pass across. Hold this bobbin and then push this thread across this notch and then move it like this, so you will feel a little tension like this. If there is no tension, it means your bobbin is not been inserted properly. This thread has not passed through this little notch, and then it will keep creating loops. So make sure when you have inserted this top loading bobbin, push it, you will feel a little tension and you will see this bobbin is moving, so it means it's done. So now don't forget to put this lid back. So you can see, you can still move this one, right? Now this is one part done. So for this video, I am not discussing the top threading of the machine. This is only about the bobbins. So this is a thread coming from the top of the sewing machine. If I push this one, you can see my thread is moving. This is a top thread, and then this is a bottom one. So when your machine is ready, it looks like this. One thread is coming from the top and one thread is coming from the bottom. So now your machine is ready to sew. Some of the sewing machines are coming with the front loading bobbin and bobbin holders. Before inserting and removing bobbin, make sure that machine needle is at its highest point by turning handle towards you. Remove extension table from the machine, then open the hinged cover. Pull the bobbin case tab and then remove the bobbin case. Hold the bobbin case with one hand and remove the bobbin. Insert the full bobbin so the thread moves in the clockwise direction. Pull the thread through the slit and under the finger. Hold the bobbin case by the hinged latch and insert it into the shuttle. You should feel a click in the place. Once the bobbin case is correctly seated, release the latch. To check the bobbin has been correctly installed, turn the handle toward you, up and down the needle without hitting the bobbin case. If the needle hits the bobbin case or if the bobbin case starts falling off, then reinsert the bobbin case. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, sharing, liking and subscribing my channel. I will add the links for all the products I was using that will help you to avoid too much searching. So if any question, feel free to ask. There is a Facebook group. You can join and meet like-minded people and share your projects. So have a wonderful day.